Yesterday's session we saw that how to navigate, then how we can add the gallery, open the form, add experience, one to many relationship with the employee form with the employee experience, because one employee having experience from the multiple companies. Okay, so here few things we have explored in that. So here we can say new, then here we can say like this, edit experience, employee experience, and here we see the experience. If you want to add new experience, we click on new experience, then we say submit, then again it come back to this page and submit. Okay, so there are few challenges like this. Okay, so if I say Accenture here, company experience 101 employee having experience with this. Okay, and again I will click this here. Okay, and he is having designation software engineer here, and I submit here. So I see. Okay, so it add the Accenture experience. Again, if I want to add few more experience fields, then I will go here. We see that we are getting this error message, getting your data. So it should not display this kind of a message here. So how we can resolve this issue? So for this, what we need to do? So for this issue, you need to go. I'll go into the my power apps and fix that issue. So there are some issues. That one is one issue. Then after that, earlier there was employee experience was visible on the new form, and it needs to be displayed on the edit form only. So what logic we have applied there? And also one more thing, as I have told you, here employee experience needs to be visible to the employee with employee having means the HR employee. This needs to be visible to the assigned HR only. Okay, so as of now there is no details in HR, so we'll do that things also. Now now moving ahead, let's see how we can resolve that issue. So I'll go into the add new experience screen. I zoom this. Okay, so what we are doing here, one on submit, I'm saying submit form, navigate to this screen. So here after submission, what I'm saying here I will add one more thing. I'll say reset form. Okay, so once I'll say reset form, and my form name is employee list form, or form new experience form is my form. Okay, so once I'll say the I reset my form, and again I will come back, it will fix that issue. Okay, so that issue will get fixed there. Okay, if I'll add some here few details, 101 here. I'm taking the preview Pune. Okay, and you say submit. So it will come back to this. Here also no atom to display. Okay, because we have taken the preview on live screen, it will work. Okay, so we check one by one. So that one is the issue. Let me publish this and check whether that one is resolved or not. Publish this, publish to the SharePoint. I'll go to my screen. One more thing I would like to show before going to screen. So here in new screen, so this is an employee experience. This employee experience needs to be visible on edit form, not on new form. For that purpose, on visibility, what setting we did, which formula we have applied, employee list form means this form dot mode. If new, then visibility is a false, and if not, then it will be true. Means this needs to be displayed on edit form, not on new form. That's why we apply this logic here. Okay, so again I will go back and refresh the things. Okay, so here what I do, I will edit this. Employee experience, then I will add more experience here. Say Tata Motors. See, employee ID automatically pop up. Designation, consider network engineer. Then location Pune, and I'm going to submit. Okay, again if I say new experience, now it's fixed that issue. Okay, earlier it's showing that getting data. Okay, so one more challenge is, okay, so that issue has been fixed. Now there is another issue, which is the, say, 103. I'll go in employee experience list. I check that for which employee there is no experience. 104 and 105 is also there. So let me check. I think they don't have any experience. 101 and 102 having experience associated with it, but 1034 don't have experience. So I click on 103. uh, See, this is another issue. This is one more issue we identified here. Once I click on edit form, you can see here it remain on the previous screen. It's 101 screen. Once I click here, then it will, this is giving me the 104. Why this issue is there? Okay, so we'll look into that issue also. Means whenever I click on edit, then it will display me the previous session. Okay, so now what we are discussing, in what we are discussing, if 104 don't have any experience, okay, and when you and I click on employee experience, okay, it's showing that getting your data. So I want here a message that there is a no data message, or no uh, experience associated with this employee. Okay, so how you can add that? Means that a message will appear here. So how you will add that message? So I'll go on that screen. That screen is the, let me open that screen, minimize this experience details screen. Okay, so how I can understand, means how I know that there is no experience associated with that employee from this gallery. Okay, if there is no atom in this gallery, then it should display one message that there is the no experience. Okay, no experience, and this is fresher. If you want to add experience, click on new experience. So how you can do that? Okay, how you can fix that issue and how implement it. So what I'm doing now here, go here and filter employee experience, employee ID value. We filter based on this. mm, we filter based on this employee experience and all. So if from this filtration criteria, if we return or if we get the empty string, okay, if empty data or nothing return from this filtration criteria, then what we need to say, means uh, there is no experience associated with this employee. So how you can do that? So moving ahead, just a minute guys. So here in, I'll go here in atoms, filter atoms. So based on visibility, means I want on visibility I want to hide the content. So on visibility, so where is the visible? Okay, so what I do, I'll filter the content and check that what content it will return. Okay, so I'll get the count of the content. So first I copy this here, and atoms, first atoms filter, I copy this, okay, because it will retrieve some contents. Okay, so here again I go back and visible here. So here visible is true. I need to give the condition if, and I put like this. Okay, so here it returns some data. Okay, and here I'll add one more thing and one condition here. If, just a minute, did I apply here? Is blank. No, is blank. Count if you work, right. Count if you work. Just a minute. So we need to add it on visibility, or where we can put that?
On visible is also there. On visible.
On visible. Where is on select is there? Visible is there. Now just a minute. Okay, these gallery items are there. Okay, so on visible, what I do? First, what I do, I will put one message here, one label here. Okay, I will add one label, and we check that based on that label. So that label, uh, text on that label is no experience. Please add new experience. Okay, this message we are giving. So let me check. This message needs to be visible when there is a no item. Okay, when there is a no item, so I'll say visible, and on that visibility I'll say if which thing you said, one is count if, and count, sorry, count
Count
if. Okay, if what is the condition next?
so same that filter and after
let
that
me
greater than zero.
let me get that gallery name. So what is the gallery name? Gallery name. Okay, emp xp gallery. Okay, so my gallery name is emp xp gallery. Okay, this is my gallery name, and gallery dot count if. Then you know what next? Dot count dot all items is there. Count if. What next? It's a bit.
So same that filter condition after count.
It will be better. Count rows if item all items. I'm just thinking is equal to 0. Then let me, if count row C, condition C, if count row all items is 0, gallery items is 0, then true, and otherwise false. Is it helpful? Getting my point? What I'm saying? Count row is not there. Count rows, yes, it's there. Okay, so count rows, gallery dot all items, if 0 then true, means display this label, otherwise false. We check that. Okay, we check that condition. So save. So if it will display, means then based on that we can hide our gallery, or set the visibility none to our gallery. Okay, or for gallery we apply some different formula. Okay, so here, go here, refresh. So where here. Okay, it don't have any experience. So if I click here, see here, now see my message is appearing here, and this one also, but this is not required, this is not expected. Getting your data means this is message from a gallery getting your data. This gallery is if I disable this gallery, then this message will not view. Okay, so my message is appearing, no experience, please add new experience. Okay, so we go here. So I don't want to show that gallery there. So how we can disable this gallery? Okay, based on, so earlier for visibility we have applied this formula. check that same formula will work out for gallery or not. So here gallery visible already applied the formula. Okay, I'll go here. I put this formula. Okay, and now here if all item count is 0, then I say false, and here tr true. Okay, so let's see how it works. Then I save this. Okay, I check the preview. Now items to display is here. If I go here and 104 employee experience, it displaying this. If I go here 101 experience, it's working for this. But if I go here 102, sorry 4, no item to display. Okay, earlier there was getting your data message was there. Let me check. Maybe now on that, maybe what happening on this form two fields are there. One is a form and one is a gallery. No data, maybe this no data message is due to this form. Okay, so let me check. Always publish and check your functionality is working or not. In preview also we can check, but to get exact output we need to check in publish SharePoint. So here now 104 I'll say apply experience. So it's appearing getting your data still here. Okay, it's appearing but getting your data still there. Let me refresh again and check again. Getting your data is still here. So I'm here. Maybe the employee experience also. So if same formula we can apply on employee experience also. Okay, false is equal to 0, then false and it is true. Okay, if count is 0 means nothing is there, then display false. Okay, let's see. Okay, after that meantime I will change the size of this. Start refreshing here. Meantime font size here I make it 20. Color, change font color, pink, make it bold. Okay, so align it at center. Okay, so we have already published and saved the form. Again I will add the save. It's not going to publish. First check this. Okay, we have refreshed it. I go here, say edit. Now on edit, say employee experience. So see, now it's working. Okay, only no getting your data is not visible here. Now it's perfect. Now person will click here. Okay, and he will add. But now again the thing is that, oh, sorry, again thing that employee ID is not popping here. Okay, so What issue is there? काय झालं असं याला? If I control हे magnifier ऑफ कसं करायचं? ते enable झालं. Magnifier started here.
Control minus. Control minus.
Not working.
So window minus the
Window minus. Not working. Here registry local ministry performance system screen magnifier. Okay. Don't know why it started this. Let me reset my. Okay, now we are here. Okay, so we have given the proper message. Now next thing here is that one issue we seen earlier here, so which is that in employee list, that while adding the new experience, if the employee don't have any experience here, this employee don't have any experience. Okay, so if I go on edit, if I go here employee experience 104, no experience, and new, so employee ID needs to be pop up automatically there. So employee ID needs to be pop up automatically over there. Okay, so here, okay, employee ID needs to be pop up. Earlier it was working. If we select any here, okay, so there is an issue with our variable. If I go here and I say new experience, because already there is experience, that's why it's showing me employee. But in this case the issue is here. Anyone tell me where is the issue? You understand or not? Because the issue with here navigate, so in this navigation we click here navigate and we use employee ID, DC employee ID experience details dot selected. DC means data card employee ID, experience means this field. Okay, this field is our form field, means the form which we will open here, that field. Means we did one mistake here and the form is not appearing because there is no content. So I go here, here what we did, how we transfer that value uh, for navigate. Here also we use the navigate property. So here navigate, one navigate is not there. Okay, action navigate. Okay, no problem. Yes, check. So here in navigate what we have used, DC employee ID text, means DC employee text means this is the DC underscore employee ID dot text, and we pass this value in our navigation. Okay, in our here. Okay, in here, and we set one variable attribute. Here we have passing one attribute to the new screen, which screen is experience details screen, and here we take the variable EMP ID. So EMP, if we make the scope of this EMP ID as a global, as of now the scope is a local, means up to the next screen where you are passing that, it's up to next screen. If we go here view variable, so you can see this variable having local scope, this variable having local scope and 104. If we navigate to the next screen, next screen, then there will be no scope for that variable. Okay, as of now 104, that's why is there. If we navigate here and here, I don't think so it will show that. See, there is 104 is appearing, but that is a local variable. Local variable means up to this screen. Okay, up to this screen, the scope of that variable up to this screen. But if I set this as a global, once I click here and I'll say here empid, in spite of saying like this, what I do, I set one global variable here. Okay, I remove this and I'll say here semicolon set, just to extract the content, empid, keep the same name dot text, and I use, okay, see, okay, now the variable, I'll go in a variable. See, the scope is changed to the global. When we use the set, then it will change the scope of variable to the global. Set means global. If you are set the attribute, then it having local scope. Now we can use that empid everywhere on all the screen. Okay, so we go here. Now I will go in add new screen here and check that what variable we are using here to unselect, or how we set that default. I think in on default we have set default items. Okay, here we are using the employee ID, and this employee ID is another variable where we use that employee ID here in experience detail new. See, employee ID, here we have created another variable, so no need to create this new variable here now, because what we did, we no need to use this variable. Okay, dc employee select and selected, because I don't no need to use this variable. So what I do here in my experience here, see, now it's giving us the error. Now here I'll go in edit the formula, here default I'll say global variable empid, this is our global variable. It will set the global variable. Let me check the global variable name, empid. Oh, it's not resolving the get the formula. Oh, then two properties associated. One is id and other is value. Okay, so what is the id and value? Okay, so what is the id? So here this lookup field came from our emp list. You are getting employee list. Okay, and in employee list there is one column which name is the title. Okay, which having name. So this title we have inheriting and here, okay, in the lookup. So whenever we are inheriting, it having two properties associated with this id, means this id in this list, and the value means exact value here. Okay, so whenever you are working with the lookup having two parameters associated with, one is id and another is value. Okay, I'll show you. So if we go here, so this is our main list, and if we go here, let me open the experience list. Experienced employee experience. So here you can see this field. Okay, I will open it, new tab, or copy link. I will copy the link. Okay, what I want to show you, let me check the specific thing which I want to show you. Everything encrypted here. if I click on it, so ID is 1. Just a minute. If I click it here, see, so this is at the end, this is a lookup, okay. It having two properties associated with, one is the ID and value. So which ID? This is a 10, this is a 102. Means ID means this atom ID, you know the ID is a one column, okay. This atom ID is something different, but for employee ID, the ID will be the, for in this list. So I'll add the customize the view and add ID at the first position, okay. Also I'll go in employee experience list. Edit current view. So I'll refresh this. So see, this is ID, okay. Now we both are same list. See, this is employee experience and this is employee list, okay. So here you can see this is a lookup 103, 103 is a 102 is a lookup, okay. So this atom having ID is 3, but this 102 contain two values, okay. It contain two values. One is source ID, is from where it came, and one is the value associated with that field. So from where it came, so if we click on that, you can see here, you can see the ID of that field. The ID is a 2, and for this field ID is a 3, but here you can see ID is a 2. You can see here at the top ID is a 2 for that atom, or that, how we know that that atom having ID2. Here you can see the atom having ID2. And what is the value? Value is 102, and we know that the value is 102 for that atom. We just see the value, but we don't know the ID, okay. But when we take the lookup means it's a value plus ID pair from its parent, value plus ID pair, okay. Keep in mind that value plus ID pair. So when we set the field value here, either we require to set the both the property ID plus value, okay, or we need to set the specific property. If the value will work, then no problem. Otherwise we need to fetch that ID, bring that ID from the source, and using that ID we can set the value. If we go to this block, you can see here ID and value pair is there, but they filter it from the gallery, okay. See here ID and value. So what I want to show you exactly here, or this will make more sense, okay. So here in this, set a default value of the lookup column in the PowerApps, okay. So if you see here, this designation is a lookup, okay, and from where from a designation list. This title is the lookup here in a designation list. This title is a lookup here in a designation list, okay. So here there are two lists. Here is the designation as a lookup, and how they set the value. Add the default property as shown below. screen. Okay, so what they did, they say Microsoft.Azure.connector SharePoint SP. Now what they're saying, id lookup, okay, designation underscore 3, there is a data source, and title software developer, and id equal to software developer, and then give me the id, and the value is a software developer here. See, so here at the end, means in our case what we need to do, we need to pass our title here, and again value, then it will work out. Okay, so I will copy this and check that how I can set in my to my data field. Okay, so here in default, I'll go here default, expand this, I remove this. See here what I'm doing. So here lookup, designation, and title. So my list name is, source list name is employee. The employee is my data source. Dot title is correct, and here what I'm using my variable. Let me close this. Here I'm using emp id as a variable. Okay, and again I'm using emp id as a variable. Okay, so let me check whether it's work or not. Okay, so I'll save and publish. So you please try to understand that what we are doing here. So I go here, expand these. What I say, this is the connection. Okay, this is the connection, connector SharePoint SP, expand reference, means what I'm saying, lookup, with which employee list having title is equal to employee. In employee list, you know, the in employee list here, title is the employee, title is the employee, this column name is employee, you know that we rename with the employee. Or let me check what is the internal name of this field. If I just sort it here, see, you can say the link title, means that field title is a title field at the end. Okay, so this is my title. Okay, this is title, and my data source is employee. So what I'm saying here, lookup employee title, and I say emp id, and what I want id field, and set that to the id, and value is the emp id at the end. Okay, based on a value we are working. Okay, so let's check that it's working or not. Okay, so now I will go in 104, edit, now employee experience, new experience, still not appearing. Again I will refresh, edit, employee experience, new experience, still not appearing. So we have saved it. Let me check the error or visible what I have said here. So remove this. I take the preview directly. Let me check what value we have set here. Default emp id, then title is equal to emp id, then id. If I set here title, because display name is our display name is the employee id only. Let me check. Let me check how it is here. We are using title only here. Destination list. title, they have not changed the list name designation underscore 3 data sources. Just a moment, guys. One second, EMP. So here I'll change. It's coming back again. Let me save this. Actually, employee ID should work directly, but somehow it's not working on lookup. So here, edit. It's not showing in the. Okay, guys. So we discussed this topic. I will take it offline and check at my end. Okay, why employee ID is not working here? EMP ID text. There's some minor mistake somewhere, and that's why we are not able to fix that. Let me see this. I will set this and we take it this up, and I will for lookup how to set employee we will take it afterwards. Okay, tomorrow I will explain you. So here I'll say Ram, here I'll say Sham, here I'm saying Sham, here I'm saying Ram. Okay. Okay, so now the thing is that I want to display, okay, I want to display the edit new experience. I want to display this new experience button only to the specific HR only. Okay, whoever is the HR, okay, that person can see that. Okay, HR field is not added, so here I will go and add my HR here. So who is the HR? Okay, so I'll go in a screen, first screen here, and I put here HR. Okay, so where is the HR? And we'll go on a form, edit fields, add, assign HR, add. Okay, so view multi select, edit multi select, assign HR, compressor. Okay, so my HR is here. So just a bit, take it down. Okay, and allow the field. I'm not taking down. Okay, maybe layout issue there. Okay, so first thing is whoever will be the HR here, the person who is the HR, he is having the access rights to look into the, or here if we go here, add new experience. Okay, so now here, okay, this button needs to be visible to this person only. To whom? This person. Okay, assign HR, that this person can see the those details. Okay, others should not view those content. Okay, so what logic we can apply in this case? So let me think on it. So there is the formula, user full name. Okay, let me check. Somebody send me something. So if HR user email assign employee to select employee is true or false. Okay, so, but in this case you have shared me the formula. Let me, I want user email. Okay, user means current user, current logged in user, is equal to assign HR dot selected email true or false. Okay, selected dot email. So current user email and assign HR email. Okay, now where I need to do that changes once I will be on next screen. Okay, when I'm here on a next screen. Okay, so what I do here, once I click here we set one variable. Here also what I do, I'll set another variable, set say assign HR. Okay, my field name is variable name assign HR, and then field is, so here assign HR dot selected dot email. Okay, so what I do, first I just go in that data card, rename this dc underscore assign HR. Okay, so here I'll go set dc underscore assign HR dot uh, dot dot selected dot selected dot dot email. Okay, so it will close. Okay, so what I did, I just take one more variable. In that I set that HR name. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, now I'll go in the next screen. The screen is employee. Sorry, that screen here, and this is experience screen. Okay, so I want to display this tab on the uh, visibility visible. Okay, so on visible, what I say here, as Rohan shared me the formula if user email. Okay, now first of all, user dot email, what it means the current user email ID. For that I just show you, insert label. First we need to check that what exactly user dot email will extract. Okay, here in text I say user dot. Okay, so here you can see Raju added that email automatically pop up. Here you can see the email. Okay, so it extract me the email ID. Now one more thing we said here, assign HR. Okay, now also assign HR, what exactly the assign HR will extract. I'll take another label. Okay, we need to check that both are matching or not. Okay, if the HR is the Raju, then both email ID are extracted correctly or not. So this formula selected dot email is there. So what I do here, dc underscore assign HR dot selected atom, sorry, selected dot email. Okay, so here, okay, as of now there is no HR, so we check that, we publish and check that, we add some HR there and check that both the things are mapping or not. Okay, we take them in a label so that we can, before that I go here, refresh this. So here Ram and Sham is there, so Raju is not added. Okay, you go here, edit. Here Sham means this Sham and Raju this is Raju. Okay, means it's working perfect. It's extract the proper email ID. See, proper email ID extracted. Here both are different. Okay, here both are different. Okay, Sham, and if I set a Raju, then it will set me Raju. Okay, so for which field? For last field, that is 105, I'll make it Raju. Okay, I'll make this for Raju, means Raju is the current login user. Okay, so for Raju. Okay, last field is for Raju 105. So now we go here. Now here now I check here, go here, experience detail screen. So button is not visible here. On button visibility, button is not, even the formula experience detail screen, and this is my button. Oh, there is no formula. So we put the formula here. Okay, we put the formula here. I'll copy this formula as it is. Say user dot email. Now selected email. Now we have added that in assign HR variable. Okay, so hope this will help us. Okay, if both the HR are mapping, then it will display the things. Okay, now here. Okay, now
Not see.
sorry,
Not select.
visible if matching them to
Yes.
sorry,
Ascend HR not selected.
no, assign HR I have created, I have set assign HR. If you go here, so we have created one variable, global variable. Set assign HR is the global variable. In that HR I have set that email ID. Okay, you can see here in a variable assign HR variable is there. Okay, so if I publish it, okay, I already published. Now I'll go here, refresh it. Okay, so here if Raju is there, then I can see that add new experience. If Ram is HR, then I will not able to see that tab. Okay, first we check that for this here. Okay, for Ram, HR is the Ram here. In this case, Ram is the HR Ram Kumar. If I go in employee experience, so this tab is not visible. Okay, but Raju is there, then it should display that tab. Go in employee experience, see tab is visible, means our functionality working fine here. Okay, so whoever is the HR, they can see the content. Okay, so one more thing we stuck here, which is for the here. Okay, so we are not able to set this lookup field. Somehow I have applied different formulas over here. Last time it was working for default selected items, and sorry, for default, just a minute. Maybe if I copy this from default and put it in default selected items, outcome. We can try this also. What share user? If user email assigned, I refresh this. Okay, now 103 having no ID. Go here. Experience. Oh, sorry. We have disabled that tab. Go here and save it. Experience. Experience. See now. See guys, it's working. It's working now. Lookup is working here. You can see lookup is working now. Okay. So what happened earlier? I did one mistake here. So see here. This is the formula for lookup. Default selected atoms, and I need to put the formula here in default selected atoms. Same thing earlier we have used. Okay. So we stop here in today's session, and assignment for you is now up to this we have designed the functionality, we added the different formulas and all. Now the thing what you are going to do, so here we have added assign user. Okay, here we have added assign user, but now the case is that the column should not be there, column will not be there. So here we go here, site permission, go into the advanced permission setting, and here you are going to create a group. Group name is Caesar HR group. Okay, and there are, and it having the access of edit or whatever the access, initially read access on the site, on in list you give them edit access. Okay, so the person who is the HR group, they can see the employee link. Okay, only the person in a HR group, only the person in a HR group, they can see this link. Okay, as of now we have set it for column, based on a column. In column we add that person name and we get. But now what I'm saying, asking, you need to check that person in that group, then only it will be visible. Okay, that is one change. After that we have added here employee experience. Okay, employee experience, then we check on employee experience, how much experience, then we add the new experience. Once we added the new experience, let me check it's working or not. Submit. So it's working now. Okay, now we can add the new more experience. Now it's working perfect. Now after that, so that one change for the groups. Next change is for next change. Let me show you the next change. Here once you select here marketing. Okay, once you select marketing or account, so whatever the details related to that marketing account, there needs to be pop up here. Means that the location, his manager, and all details. Okay, means, see, if I select marketing, then automatically here is the manager column. What manager column will be filter. Okay, means in short, if I say marketing, then it will display one table from marketing list. You need to create the employee department list. There will be the employee department separate list. Okay, employee department separate list is there, and that data will pop up here. Means marketing details will pop up here in a table. What I'm saying, table. I'm saying table. That thing is happen. Then once the marketing you have selected, in marketing, okay, in marketing there is again subdivision. Sub, what is there, subdivision, and again there is another drop down. Okay, again there is another drop down. Under the subdivision there is another drop down, and what it contains: subdivision Pune, then Mumbai, Solapur, okay, Jaipur. So this kind of things in a subdivision. If I say marketing or if I say sales, then again there is a subdivision. Based on that marketing and subdivision, you need to extract the table and it will display the things here. Any question on this assignment? What I'm saying, this is called cascade drop down, commonly used. That means if you are selected India, then it will automatically filter the states in India. If you select the Maharashtra state, then it automatically filter the districts in Maharashtra. This is called a cascade drop down. Same way, you need to select here marketing. Okay, then in marketing there are Pune, Mumbai, Solapur. If you select sales here, then in sales there might be the Pune is not there and Solapur, Mumbai and Jaipur only. That will be appearing here in this second drop down. Okay, and you need to select that, and based on that, and this column contain more information: who is the manager, the contact details, email ID, then address again, and many more fields associated with this thing. Means there is one list, there is a marketing, and then there is a sub list. Okay, if you select marketing, then it will automatically filter the sub list. So based on that you get the table details. Okay, any question in assignment? Any question? Any question? Anybody having any question and concern on this? only 1 2 3 guys are remained, other left the session. ओके, सांगा पटकन काही क्वेश्चन यामध्ये. कॅस्केड ड्रॉप डाउन यूज करायचा आहे. क्वेश्चन सम यूज. ओके, Swami will add note in group about this assignment. Okay, so I hope